My daddy served in the army where he lost his right eye.
The list of current Seneca High School graduates in military: Colt Aldridge, Wyatt Aldridge, Cody Altman, Jillian Altabella, Lucas Altabella, Eric Anderson, Madeline Ariano, Jason Baker, Deandra Barra-Wart, Billy Bartolotta, Morgan Bartolotta, Jacob Bensa, Peter Bergstrom, Stephen Bleifeld, William Boswell, Alex Bott, Doug Carter, Marie Cheserick, Laura Koss, Josh Crosby, Nick Darby, Chad Davis, Brian Fedler, William Fedler, Corey Foster, Greg Granby, Sierra Harders, Trevor Hornbeck, Hayden Howe, Hunter Howe, Daniel Imes, Kira Jenkins, Tori Johnson, Luke Jackson, Jake Kelly, Cole Clicker, Jonah Lamboli, Bobby Liskey, Rusty Lindquist, Sean Lynch, Shelby Lynch, Chris Matthews, Ron Marconi, Brandon McAndrew, James Miller, Michael Medesset, Mitch Nyman, Sean Nettles, Jacqueline Newberry, Steve Olson, Jesse Partridge, Heather Peterson, Casey Pfeiffer, Brandy Pittman, Mallory Pointer, Derek Punke, Austin Richardson, Anthony Sams, Alan Schaefer, Abigail Soule, Trevin Soule, Dylan Shields, Dwayne Shields, Kyle Sigmund, Ian Smirker, Tanya Stack, Tristan Stack, Dominic Stitcha, Bo Taylor, Michael Taylor, Donovan Thomas, Logan Vandenberg, Taylor Vandenberg, Cameron Ward, and Ron Webb.
Our special guest today is Army Vietnam veteran 1967 to 1970, Mr. Steve Copenhaver. Mr. Copenhaver grew up in a military family. He and his wife Sue settled in Seneca in 1978. They raised 6 children, all of whom were outstanding students at Seneca High School. He is currently retired, however, he spent most of his adult life as a consultant for many Fortune 500 companies. It is an honor for me to introduce to you this hero, Mr. Copenhaver.
Good morning and welcome to Veterans Day. And I'd like to begin by thanking Mr. Weber for giving me the honor of being with you today. It means a great deal. And also to the administration and staff for keeping this important tradition alive. It is not alive everywhere, and I'm glad that it is still alive here. And I want to thank those of you that volunteered to go up to the cemeteries this past Memorial Day and put flags on the graves of veterans up there. I happen to be a part of the local American Legion group that does that every year, and we really appreciate having you with us in that effort. Let's talk a little about Veterans Day. I know that you're going to get a presentation later about the history of Veterans Day, but what I'd like to ask you is, what is the real meaning of this to us, the veterans, and why is it so important to us to be here and share this day with you? You know, all over America, there are keynote speakers in a similar position to the one that I'm in who are talking about honor and duty and sacrifice and bravery and all those wonderful words. And oftentimes we are referred to as heroes. And of course, there are a lot of people we call heroes today. And I will tell you without fear of contradiction that not a one of the heroes that I served with thinks that he's a hero. Every one of them, in fact, is rather humble about it, even to the point of being embarrassed to be called out, and typically thinking, I wish I could have done more than what I did. I wish I could have saved another life. I wish I could have been even more effective, sometimes to the point of sorrow. What does it take to be a hero? Why do we have heroes? We have heroes, I think, first of all, because we need heroes. We need people that we can look up to, people that we can admire, hopefully for their positive characteristics, whether it's their wisdom or their level of service to the public, to their community, to their church, to their nation. We need people who are exemplars to us of the better people we ourselves could become. And I think that's the important role that heroes serve, that we draw people forward. We hope that something in our makeup inspires you to take that next step. I think of heroes in terms of people who have learned the lessons of the past, who have experience combined with insight, and I think we can call that some degree of wisdom. People who have worked so hard to develop skills that they also give us a good example to follow in the area of their skills. But we, as we think about the people that we consider heroes for us, and like I say, we need them. I have them. I have had heroes for a long, long time, and they do that for me. They give me that inspiration. They make me want to be better based on what I can take from them and incorporate into my own personality, into my own person. And it's important, I should add, to choose your heroes very wisely. You see, heroes not only, or shouldn't be, put up on a pedestal and admired, maybe like a display in a museum once a year. Real heroes should be thought of and followed every day of our lives. We need to have people that can perform that for us in whatever venture we're in. I have heroes that are musicians, heroes that are even, believe it or not, in politics. There are a few out there. So choose your heroes wisely, because they will affect, quite often, the ways that you think, the things that you believe, even to some extent, actions that you take. And let's go on with the idea of sacrifice. I know that sacrifice is something that's often placed on veterans. Here again, I don't know any of my veteran friends and the people that served with me that will tell you a great deal about what they have sacrificed. Most of them, like me, will tell you that they have actually, in many ways, gotten more than they gave. And that's even considering the fact that we all gave some time. We all gave time in some very difficult circumstances. Some of us left some of our blood behind, and some of us left friends behind. But in spite of that, I never hear any of my friends talking about their sacrifice. Now, let's go on to what does it mean to look at us as possible heroes for you. If you would like to think of us that way, we'd be honored. We'd love to play that role in your lives. But again, not just once a year. We would like to be people that you think about occasionally, and think about what is it about us that inspires you? What is it about us that you would like to take into yourselves to be better versions of yourselves? We call that standing on the shoulders of those who have gone before, because only by beginning where our predecessors leave off can we hope to advance, can we hope to bring society forward, bring families forward, bring the good things in our lives forward. We don't have to make the mistakes of the past and learn the hard lessons of the past the hard way. We can start based on those that we follow. And if you'd like to think of us in that group of people that are heroes to you, again, we'd be honored, but think about what it is that we have to share with you to make you better. What is it that our sacrifices lead you to want to protect and preserve what it was that we sacrificed for? And these can be goals for you as you plan and think about your futures and about the people who you want to look up to and carry forward into those futures with you. And I would say this also, that for us to play a role in the group of heroes that you personally admire, consider standing on our shoulders. Consider picking up where we left off. Consider what it may take to become heroes to others. And I would just add just a little bit about the heroes that I served with. that they went into situations sometimes believing that they would not come out of them alive. And most of my men have confided this to me, that there were things that we did that they did not feel that they would survive. Many of them did not feel they would come home. And yet, they followed orders in the worst of circumstances. They did what was expected of them in the most difficult circumstances, even into the blazing guns of a relentless enemy, taking care of one another until they themselves were knocked out of the fight. So consider, again, standing on our shoulders and looking forward to becoming heroes to others. Thank you.
And now we would like to thank our veterans with a poem called Thank You by Colleen Divignon. They walk the line so that we can be free. Some stay on U.S. soil, some go overseas. All defend our freedom and everything that freedom means. They do it without hesitation and while giving up their dreams. When their time has come, they leave to go far away. They do it to keep all of the monsters at bay. They give up their time, they give up their lives. They give up their families and say goodbye to their wives. We see them every day and walk on by, many without a thank you, most without a hi. Many protest against what they do and all they fight for. Many hold up signs as the soldiers fall to the floor. You have the right to demonstrate because of all that they give. Due to all they give up, you have the right to live. The next time you walk by a soldier, think of all that they did and all the battles that they fought. Please make sure to say thank you and make sure you are sincere, because they don't give it a second thought and they do it all without fear. Thank you.